Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm back again this morning, back on the VFR. So yesterday couldn't get the bike started. I'll be honest with you, I pulled it out today. I gave it a quick start and it tried to fire. So I think probably this just needed to settle a bit. I probably overfueled it. So I haven't touched it again. I literally just pressed it for like a second and it did sound like it wanted to start. So I'm fairly confident that it's gonna start. What I did do, just because I think it's gonna start, I decided to put the exhaust on because this thing is mega loud and I don't want to annoy everyone around in the neighborhood. So what I did is I quickly just put the exhaust back on here. I am going to do things like polish these up, so I'll eventually take this off, but just for now, I've put the exhaust on, connected it up. I'll show you guys. I had to move these pipes out of the way, the radiator, drop the radiator to get under there to connect up these two bolts on the manifold here, and the same thing on that side. Also, I was looking for my thermostat, which I couldn't find. I bought a brand new one. I did test it. I did do a little video on it. Some of you might have seen the short. So this is the new one. That's going to go in. And I also cleaned up the housing and everything. And I've got the gasket sealer, what I'm going to use. I've got some new pipes as well. This is the old one. So I will at some point put this back in. And then I can fill up the system so we can run it properly. But for now, this bit's all done. I've also connected up as well, you can see, and tightened up all the bolts in there and also there. What I am missing though, for some reason I can't seem to find the second bracket for here. I've been looking everywhere for it. I can't find it. So either I've got to find it or I'll order another one. So I might have a little bit of exhaust leak here, possibly. But yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's try and start this thing up. All right, guys, so let's go for it. So fuel is on. Yeah. I also charged the battery last night as well, so that probably helped. So we've got a fully charged battery now as well. Left it to charge overnight. So, all right, we've got oil light, neutral light. Okay, let's go. There we go. And that sounds absolutely beautiful. That started up on the button. I knew it was going to start after I pressed that. The bike just needed to sit for, probably I should have just given it about an hour last night, but then it got too dark, it got too late. I didn't really want to do it without the exhaust at 8 in the evening. And it's got a fully charged battery, so that sounds excellent. So I'm going to let it run now up for a bit until I need to take the choke off, and let's see if we can get this idling. I can adjust the idle and set the idle, and let's see if this thing will run properly. Before, the problem we were having is one of the jets was an issue with the emulsion tube that was broken. I replaced that. So we'll be looking for firing on all cylinders. We'll be looking for all of the exhaust pipes to be hot. This one's already warm already, and so is this one. So these two are already hot. We were always having problems of the two back ones. Let's see the front. That's hot already, and that is hot. So all of the four are hot, which is great. All right, so I'm going to run it up for a bit, and then we'll back the choke off when it's ready, and then we'll get this thing idling right. Okay guys, so I think what I'm going to do actually is put some coolant in this thing, because I have no idea what the temperature is running on this, just to be safe before I do any more. So at least that way, if I leave it running for say 10 minutes or so, I can know that I'm not going to overheat the engine. So I'm going to put these tubes back in and put the thermostat in the housing, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so here's the thermostat. So it only goes one direction. It's actually slightly off center, a bit more to the right, and there's a little hole there. It tells you the temperature as well, NTC 82 degrees. So that's the point when it starts to open. So it goes in this direction and it slots in a little slot. So once it does open, it lets coolant up from the top, comes through here and around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some sealant on here. We'll screw this bit down because it's too hard to get to these bolts after. Screw this bit down first. I should have done this before I put it on, really, make my life easy, but we live and learn. So I'm going to put a little bit of gasket seal on here. Because these old seals are quite hard. So I'll put this on like that. Yeah, make sure you do this before you put this on the bike. Don't be like me. And this is the first time doing this, so that's why when I come to do a second bike, my life should be a lot easier. So talking about the second bike, I've been thinking about it, what I want to do with it. What do you guys think I should do? I mean, this bike, I'm planning to restore it to its original sort of condition, original colors, fairings and all that stuff. Being that I have a second one to build, I'm thinking the possibility of doing something different, something custom with it. I know that bike's gonna have a lot of work to do, but yeah, I'm up for ideas. What do you guys think? Should I just go with another original bike, or maybe do it a different color, one of the original colors? Or should I do some more custom stuff with it, custom parts and all that, aftermarket parts? Let me know what you guys think. We'll see what happens. Okay. All right, ready to seal this one onto here now. Same thing. I'll put a little bit on the body here. this up. It's our last bit of tubing. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do now is put the expansion tank in, connect the expansion hose, and then we can fill up the system. Alright, so that's connected here. This is our overflow that goes down to our expansion tank. Okay guys, a quick update. So as you can see, I've got the carbs out. I'm checking for a fuel issue. I'm just literally just reading some of the comments as well that have been coming through. Someone mentioned about reserve tank, maybe it's not enough fuel in there. I'm not sure how much is supposed to be in the reserve. I do have a little bit more fuel, so I'm probably going to put some more fuel in the tank as well, and I'll try that. But it does seem that it is getting fuel, but then when I back off the choke, it doesn't seem to be getting anything. So I don't know if that's a pilot jet issue. I've taken the carbs off. I'm going to check the float bowls to make sure that there's fuel in them. I'm assuming there is because it has been running on choke. But another reason why I took the carbs off is I topped up the system and I have a leak. I have a water leak, and I'll show you guys where it is. So this tube here connects in between here and this other connector here. So this goes on here like that, and the tube goes in and joins these two together. So I had put sealant around that, and that hasn't leaked, but the rubber seal, as you can see here, really dry. If you look at this one, even worse, it's actually cracking. So one side was leaking. So I do have loads of O-rings. I've got a box of different sizes. I found the correct size. I'm going to change both of them, and I'm sure that will sort out that leak, because obviously I need to do that now while I got the carb off, reseal that and put that back together. That's the only leak that I've had, so hopefully that will sort out that. So I'll do that now. Alright, here we go guys. So I've got the new ones in, new rubber grommets in, or O-rings or whatever you call them. So those are ready to go in. Also, I checked the floats and the carbs are full. So I'm going to put it back in and I'm going to try again. Alright guys, so quick update. I've put everything back together. I'm just about to put this tank in, and I just knocked it and accidentally hit the on switch. and had loads of fuel come out, like blasting out of it. But before, when I was turning it on and off before, it was barely anything coming out. So I don't know if as I knocked it, I've done something, but I'll just show you what I mean. So it's on off at the moment. If I turn it to on, if you guys will see, you saw all that fuel come out, I think, really quickly. Also, if I put it on reserve, it comes spinning out as well. It definitely wasn't doing that before, because I was turning it, I wasn't sure. So I don't know if something got dislodged or something, I'm not sure, but I'm sure that's a lot more fuel was coming out before. So I'm going to put this back together now, and let's see what happens. Gas is on, choke is on. I'm going to take the choke off. Or maybe I should turn it on. Obviously the carbs have been out for a while. There we go. Sure, I did connect the choke cable. Okay, I'm gonna put it on reserve just in case if it's just not got enough fuel. And let's try that. Okay, so that is running, no choke on, and it seems to be running on idle now. So I think it might have just been not enough fuel because it's on the reserve now. I'm going to put some fuel on it, then I'll turn it on and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that might be it. Well, let's try again. Okay, so that leak that I had up top here is completely gone now. But I do have a leak at the water pump, just a small leak there. Now I did take off the water pump to check it the last time, and I should have done the gasket seal. I don't think I had it at the time, so I'm gonna have to take off the water pump and do that gasket seal around there. It's just literally leaking around where the old rubber seals were. So that I'm confident will be quite simple to sort out. I've got to flush the system anyway. I actually bought some coolant flush. That's why I've only put water in it. So I want to top it up with the coolant flush. I want to flush the whole system, get it up to temperature, flush it out, clean it out, and then put in the coolant. So when I do flush it out, then I'll just put some gasket seal on that and tighten that back up. But guys, looks like we've got the bike running. So I've got some brand new grips as well to put on here. I've got to get the clutch lever on. I'm not worried about the brakes for now, but I'll get the clutch lever on. I also need to put the foot pegs on for the gear change as well. And yeah, I think that's the main things that we're going to get done now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it for a bit, we'll get it up to temperature, just to make sure that the cooling system is working fine. So guys, that is it for today. So we managed to get the bike running, very happy with that. So not much more to do on this bike now. I need to get obviously a new chain for it, get the brakes all connected up and all that, and get the rest of the fairings, and I think that is the bike complete. So in the meantime, what I'll probably do is I'm probably going to turn my attention to stripping down this bike. This bike is going to be a massive task. Full engine rebuild on this one. So watch out for probably the next video might be this bike. So make sure you tune in for that one. And also like and comment and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care and thanks for watching.